building as well. It's a sort of hammerhead shaped building, so I'm not sure how well you can see it. It's the furthest stone right at the back there. So we're not quite sure on what that structure does at the minute, but that's part of what we're going to figure out in post-excavation. So what we do as archaeologists is we expose the top of this building, we take off all the topsoil, and then we clean out all the remnants that's on top of here, and we try to figure out what these different walls do, what the different areas of the building function as. So you can see these are the limestone walls, which are pretty typical for the foundation. So your wall would have been built up from these. Then we're quite lucky, we managed to find these cobble surfaces, which is quite nice. So we can figure out that these are probably some sort of external yard surface, because you wouldn't expect to have cobbles inside your nice hall, basically. And then we have moved into an internal floor surface. We don't have any of the floor surface remaining, unfortunately. That's been lost at some point. So where I'm standing now is in this range here. That range down there, you see it's built in a similar way. They have internal subdivision walls dividing up the space. When you go further along, what you can see are, we call it hardcore. It's basically a yard surface, so it's made up by broken up bits of brick or clinker, which is like an industrial waste, and that's compacted down to make a yard surface, probably when they were using older, heavier bits of carts or horses, that kind of thing. Just cheaper than cobbles. So, if we want to make our way around, Poppy can show us where to go. We can see.
Excuse me.
Yes.
Have you speculated what those buildings are? Were those stables by any chance?
No, so those were internal. Those were internal to the hall itself. We don't think those are stables per se, but determining exactly what each room functioned as will probably come from the fines processing at the other side.
Okay.
And those pipes,
those
drainage
pipes,
system.
Yes, drainage. I'll mention those in a sec. They all lead to a cistern that we found over there. So all the drainage from all these buildings lead into the central part, into the yard between the two ranges. Yeah.
Just for rain, is it?
Yeah, I mean, I imagine some rain will also be pollution, all waterways.
And this square pit, was that a fire pit or something? Any idea?
I have no idea. Fire pit, I think, is our best interpretation at this point. Yeah.
Okay.
That's sort of half.